It's so bad for the environment. Why are you eating hamburgers? There's so many better alternatives.
Christian, like all of us, lives in the American meat-dominated society. Currently, the U.S. is the #1 consumer of beef, as we consume 3 times as much as people in other countries. The beef industry alone is worth $74 billion and employs over 400,000 people nationwide. The American government spends billions of dollars a year supporting this meat industry, keeping it alive and booming. If you go to a local fast food chain, you can buy a burger for under $4. But if this cost reflected the true cost being inflicted in our environment, it would raise to be at least $13. So what exactly are the threats being posed on our environment by the meat industry?
Industrial livestock farming is one of the biggest contributors to greenhouse gases because it releases methane and nitrous oxide. Because of the nature of many animals' stomachs, such as cattle and sheep, the animals can't digest plant material on their own, so they undergo what is called enteric fermentation. In the forestomach of the animal, called the rumen, microbial fermentation occurs which digests the plant material. The process produces methane as a byproduct, which is exhaled, belched, or expelled by the intestines of the animal. This is detrimental to the environment because methane has a global warming potential of 25 times the global warming potential of carbon dioxide. Nitrous oxide is also produced because intensive livestock farming produces a lot of waste. Most of this waste has to be stored in some type of waste management system before it is treated, and these systems are often dark, warm, and damp, which are favorable conditions for nitrogen-fixing bacteria to grow and to begin the nitrification and denitrification processes. And these processes create nitrous oxide as a byproduct. The problem is worsened because intensive livestock farming is really inefficient, meaning that depending on the farm, only from 10% to 30% of nitrogen that enters the system is actually retained by the livestock, and the rest is released as waste. This means that there's an even higher concentration of nitrogen for the bacteria to fix, and even more nitrous oxide is released. This is a really big deal because nitrous oxide is 300 times as powerful as carbon dioxide at trapping heat in the atmosphere. More than 51% of global greenhouse gas emissions are caused by animal agriculture. And if all of America went meatless 1 day a week, it would be the equivalent of taking 20 million cars off the road. If the world adopted a vegetarian diet, it would bring down emissions by 63% by 2050.
Water usage and pollution on factory farms have proven to be detrimental issues. Not only has over half our water resources in the U.S. been devoted to raising livestock for food, additional water resources are polluted through the production and distribution of livestock. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, runoffs of animal waste, pesticides, chemicals, fertilizers, hormones, and antibiotics are contributing to the dead zones and coastal areas, degradation of coral reefs, and health problems. Dead zones are essentially areas where no species can survive due to the pollution of toxic chemicals in water. So many species and ecosystems are destroyed because of this. Roughly 80% of ammonia emissions in the U.S. have also come from the massive amounts of animal waste on factory farms and contribute to the formation of the ozone layer. These air pollutants have been known to cause serious health effects such as respiratory illnesses and diseases such as asthma. So all in all, the meat industry has polluted and disrupted our environment so much it has ranked #1 source of water pollution and climate change over cars, planes, trains, and ships combined, and overall the second biggest environmental hazard facing the earth, ranked by the Union of Concerned Scientists.
Overall, it is much more energy efficient to get our energy directly from plants rather than animals. This is because animals eat plants and other animals to get their energy, but much of the energy is wasted through heat and sustaining the cow that is not stored in a way that when we eat the animal that we can get energy from it. So this means that by getting our energy from meat, a lot of energy is lost in the process, whereas if we just ate plants directly, we could get the same amount of energy but use much less resources in the process.